taco shows. The good, the bad, and the ugly. The highlights and, unfortunately, the lowlights that stood out this past week in the vast sea we call humanity.
101.1 WJRR, Orlando's rock station. We do appreciate you rocking on the job with us this morning. All right, Taco Bob. Yes, I do have the power flusher ready to go after we begin with the not-so-pleasant big newsmakers of the week, and then ultimately end on a high note with you and your vaunted Good News Network.
Thank goodness I'm coming to the table with a couple already that I already had, because I just peeked at the Good News Network, and it's kind of slacking today. Okay, hit us.
Keywords just peaked.
Hit us with it.
We had told you about this back in the Loop. We've got two juveniles who got into an argument yesterday in South Orlando Park at the basketball court at Vote Maloon Park in South Orlando. Elevated to gun violence, where the one juvenile shot and killed the other one.
Absolutely sick.
Obviously, there's no names being released because they're juveniles, but
if we had the druthers, we'd release them, but we don't have their names, so that's the druthers.
Unbelievable.
I know, it really is. I'm glad that the news story actually specified, because it said, right near a certain high school and the YMCA, and then they said, just to be clear, neither of those places were involved. I'm like, good, don't tie them into that.
It's the basketball court at Vote Maloon Park.
Exactly.
Then there's Jonathan Rinderknecht, who we all became aware of this week as the suspected arsonist responsible for starting what ultimately became the Pacific Palisades fire that, we all know what happened with that back at the beginning of the year.
Oh, my God.
He, at the time, had been working as an Uber driver in the Los Angeles area when those fires occurred, and eventually, after the investigation, that led to West Melbourne, here in Central Florida, where he had returned to live and eventually was arrested and taken into custody, had his first court appearance yesterday in Orlando. The judge has denied any kind of bail. He will remain in custody of U.S. federal marshals after his arrest. Think how many lives that guy
affected and ended.
Yeah, people died, people lost everything, and you're garbage, man. Then, Monday, let's not forget about the ambush shooting that took place in Monday in Cocoa, killing the 15-year-old girl who simply caught up in all this.
They still didn't find the person of interest, did they?
I think they're still looking for...
Come on, somebody knows who did it. Turn them in. Him or her in.
Multiple people were shot in that, by the way. It's... And then there was this last week, that hit and run crash on I-4 in Volusia County that was set off by this Dodge Durango. With reckless driving actions, the Durango ended up taking off and disappearing, leaving behind 3 dead and 1 hurt. They did locate the vehicle, but last check, I don't think they have zeroed in on who was actually behind the wheel. Whoever it was... I hope you can live with that. Mm-hmm. Hope you can live with that.
And again, somebody listening probably knows something about that person, or if you do, just turn them in, man. It's the right thing.
All right, so that's. Should we just flush at this point?
Yes.
Just flush it all away at this point. The power flusher.
I was talking to our girl that works at the WD liquor store, and she's like, she runs it there, and she said, I heard the power flusher this morning. I said, yep, I actually have 2 of those in the house. How we do it. Get rid of a small... anything. Okay, you ready?
That moves some volume.
Yeah. Let's get... you must have just slipped up and said something when I said it'll get rid of a small... Okay. This shipwreck was found, Pat. Remember, I said the Good News Network is a little bit slacking, but when you're the Good News ambassador
I'm
like
not
myself...
sure they're the ones slacking.
No. When you're the Good News ambassador like myself, you come to the table with extra, so I got us covered. Shipwreck was found, right? It's called a treasure fleet from 1715. Guess what it had?
Treasure.
$1 million in gold and silver coins. Pow! This is something about a lake. Who cares? Okay, I love lakes and small ponds.
Through the lake.
No, it was Muskegon. We're not Moscows. Okay. Scientists found, you ready for this? Up in a vulture's nest, they found a 650-year-old shoe in a vulture's nest. And, it was not bought at the Foot Locker, obviously, but dozens of other curiosities. It's like a woven shoe. That's pretty cool, man.
The vulture found it and put it in its nest?
Scientists found it in a vulture's nest. So I guess the vulture, yeah, I guess so. Or maybe they ate something. Vultures can live for a long time. Okay, this one you had earlier in the week, cement supercapacitors. That's like the stuff from Back to the Future, the superflux capacitor. They can turn concrete around us into massive energy storage systems. So there's your future, people. Get ready to wear electric hats. This woman
made of concrete.
Mm-hmm. How cool is this? Cement. This woman surprised her.
Asphalt, man.
This woman surprised her mother, Pat.
Yes.
With the bedroom she never had, because the mother was in and out of homelessness and homeless shelters and whatever. She made her mom her own room, and the mom has taken to it. Pretty sweet.
That's quite heartwarming.
It is.
Thank you. Yes.
I don't know if she, put a bottle of booze under the bed. Will work for food. But anyway, no. But that's a good story. She got her off the roads. Okay.
It's lacking in pows, I've noticed.
Pow! I didn't want to. The mom is sleeping finally in her new room. I'll give you another pow. Go to sleep, pow. Okay, young hockey player. Know how you like hockey news, Pat. This young hockey player returned to the rink after 9 months being out. Devastating injury. Back in the rink. You know what that feels like? Pow! And
it's like being checked into the boards, man.
No, don't check him yet. Give him a little bit to recover. I mean, these bats are recovering in a big way after a decimation by white noise. Whatever, dude. Go out of here, bats. All right.
The amount of attention to detail and preparation for your particular part of this segment is incredible.
I'm going to save this next one I'm looking at because we have these tourists that surprised the driver of his first ever safari. This guy was a safari driver. He would take them out there and then let them do the safari, but he was just the transport guy to the safari place. He had never been on one. This couple bought tickets and they gave them to him, letting him go on it. So look at how happy he is. It's his first ever safari for the guy who just drove the bus. Yeah. Pow. We have a perfect ending. Missing Virginia store cat. There was a cat that was living at a Lowe's. And
I might have heard something about that earlier this week.
Her name was Francine.
Yes.
Old Francine went missing in a truck or some kind of crap. Anyway, 9 lives. She's back. End of story. Pow! Man, this guy is shocked. It says man is shocked. Sorry. This man was shocked. Found out his dog was giving a koala a piggyback. Now, if that doesn't make your Friday smile turn on, I don't know what will. Pow! It's a big golden retriever or yellow lab, maybe. Either way, it's got a koala on its back. Pow.
Is that about it?
Yeah, that's definitely
it. Have any more shots you wanted to take at lakes or small ponds?
Yeah, we do have a beaver that was revived in his Bronx River.
I think we'll just...
So there's a river.
Go ahead and say Lynch and Taco's commercial-free workday rock block is coming up next.
Lynch and Taco Download the iHeartRadio app and listen anytime, anywhere.
This is JRR.